We called it smoke or fire, and then you told Jesse Fuchs to shut his pie hole, so we added smoke, fire, or shut your pie hole. It's pretty simple. Smoke means not much there. Fire means it's legit. And shut your pie hole, well, that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, so on the 32 Thoughts podcast, Elliotte Friedman said, quote, "We know Dubois is going to end up in Montreal 95%. We discussed this in January on this very segment. This is what Kipper had to say a couple months ago. Any chance that as an RFA this summer, he could end up in La Belle Province?"
Full blaze.
Really?
Yeah,
full blaze.
Full blaze.
Not just smoke,
Yeah,
not just fire, first time full blaze.
Blazing fire here.
Okay, so maybe Kipper was on to this one a while ago. Smoke, fire, shut your pie hole. Habs can start buying the jerseys.
And I was 100% back then. Elliotte brought it down to 95. So what Elliott's telling you right now is there's still a chance he could stay in Winnipeg.
Right.
And listen, anybody has the ability to change their mind at the last second, and if they continue to try to talk him out of it, including Rick Bowness, good on him. But this has been out there for quite a while. He seems to be a guy that knows what he wants, whether or not it was him and Tortorella on the bench when he was with Columbus going at it. This guy, I think he's got a focus, and right now it doesn't seem to be swaying off the fact that he'd like to go and play for the Montreal Canadiens.
Obviously, he's a really talented guy, but I've seen that market chew up and spit out French-Canadian talent before. Like, would you be worried at all about him there in Montreal?
No, I don't think so. I think he kind of carries himself as not as a superstar, but a very solid hockey player. I don't know if he will ever score 40 or 50 goals, but he'll give you 25. He can give you 55 or 60 points, and he plays heavy. He's not scared. He'll challenge guys. I think he's a perfect guy to fill in as a top six. Can you build a Stanley Cup around him, or would he be like a Jordan Staal, where you don't look at Jordan Staal in Carolina as a superstar, but you look at him as, hey, you want to win in the playoffs? You want a big, heavy guy that leans on you? Hey, go sign this guy.
Moral of the story, Kipper's still got connects.
Yeah, I never doubted that for
a second. Boston's been a wagon all season long. 57 wins. They can clinch the President's Trophy tonight. They'll need to win 6 of their last 9 to break the record for the most regular season wins ever. Smoke, fire, shut your pie hole. Boston breaks the wins record. And does it mean the same as when the Wings did it in 95, 96? Or when the Habs did it back in the day when they were tied?
And this is where you got to shut your pie hole on this.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't. We've got 7 games that have involved either overtime or a shootout.
Right.
And come on, you want to say that this is the greatest post-cap era season we've ever had? That's where you start those conversations. You got to stop lumping in pre-cap and post-cap, because the game had changed so much, especially with the 3-on-3 and the overtime, and what those would have meant to those teams back then. You know, it's not apples to apples on the comparison.
All right, I'm gonna quote a stat just for Leaf fans out there, so earmuffs to everyone else. Super stat or meaningless number. The last 7 President's Trophy winners.
Brought to you by
Galen. That's all he needs is some free advertising.
It'll be trending in 2 seconds.
President's Choice. All right, so last 7 President's Trophy winners have not made it out of the second round. Is that a super stat or a meaningless number? And you don't have to name this one.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we won in '94 winning a thing, so I give it. I don't give it as much credit when I think about the Boston Bruins.
So the Rangers won the President's Trophy.
Yeah. Are they?
Won the Cup.
Are they in a position now where we look at them and we still think that they have not had enough adversity? No. Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand. Do they need adversity in the last 40 games to be ready for the Stanley Cup playoff push? No, not at all. I I don't put much stock in it.
I got you. All right, 3 quick ones to close out Smoke Fire, Shut Your Pie Hole. Last night, Michael Pizzetta hit us with the Tiger Williams celebration, Smoke Fire, Shut Your Pie Hole. This is one of the best celebrations in the NHL this year.
Yeah, I think you're asking a guy who might be a little too old. I don't think. My first instinct is Montreal's having one of the worst seasons in their history. I don't know if someone should be having this much fun this late in the season on a season that should be forgetful for many Montreal fans.
Did you hear him talk after the game?
Yes, I did. Okay. And he won me back. He won me back. Him and Faisal were terrific.
Yeah.
I had that feeling where I'm like, come on, guy, calm down.
Right.
And then he mentions Tiger Williams. I'm like, how does he even know who Tiger Williams is? And it flooded me with all the memories of watching Tiger do it. And the mere fact that he had mentioned him by name says that he knows a little bit of the history.
Yeah.
And you brought Tiger Williams back to life for a memory. And that can't be a horrible thing.
And to smile after, like, I'm so good. Anyways.
So it's fine. Listen, kids today, they want to express themselves. It's more important for them with their cellies and, you know.
But he said, like, I don't even know if I'll ever win a game again with a goal, right? Like, that made me smile, too.
You will. Just act like you've been there before. That's what the saying means.
All right, today NFL owners approved a proposal to allow players to wear the number 0 in football. Smoke Fire, Shut Your Pie Hole, the number 0 in hockey.
You know, that's Marty Brown, right?
Yeah.
So he did it, and also a former teammate of mine, Neil Sheehy, did it. I played with Neil in Washington, and every once in a while in Washington, I would remind him that the 0 means toilet in Germany, because I played a tournament, or it was 00. I wasn't sure.
One of them meant toilet.
But I'm like, man, don't play like a toilet was the message.
All right, we got one more for you, and I know you're a Jays fan, so this one's right down your alley. Blue Jays season just around the corner. We heard Kevin Kiermaier suggest that this team might be able to win 100 this year. Smoke, fire, or shut your pie hole. Jays win. Yeah. 100.
I'll give them smoke, but like I am not one of those guys that likes talking a lot about it.
And we can tell about
right?
couple questions.
Very consistent.
Vladdy last year was like, that was the trailer, and now you're going to see the movie, but he didn't mention we weren't going to see the movie. We're just going to roll the credits right away. That's what you want to avoid. Right? Putting your foot in your mouth a little bit, but hey, they added some left-handed bats. I don't know enough about the bullpen. You tell me. Good enough to win 100 games?
Yeah, they're good enough.
Okay.
But also, shut your pie hole.
Just play and win.
Givers going to stick around for Jesse's segment.